This is Maximus Analysis here for August 21st, 2015, and we see the carnage that is going on right here. I didn't think that they were going to get to 1975 level, this band of price levels so quickly. And right now, normal retail is probably getting the hell out of Dodge, being that a lot of people 401ks are probably taking a real hit. So I'm expecting a dead cat bounce into next week. Again, it's water falling now, so I don't, again, it could just be they continue, but again, they could see a weak bounce and then you continue. But again, hindsight's 2020. I never would be the one that said I knew this was going to happen. All I know is that, again, this is the lesson for all you guys that watched last night's video and been watching for months. You let price prove. Okay, when you have an uptrending market, you buy the dips. When you have a choppy market like this, you wait for them to prove. These are just false breakouts each time. And hindsight trading is the easiest kind. They're at 1969 right now. I did not think they would get anywhere closer. They're still selling in the close. We have 1 minute left. This is a very hard close. And for them to get above 2028, or at least up to 2050, still would mean that they're in very bearish territory. So again, you see a bounce over the next couple days, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You could see more selling again, but to see a bounce would not mean I am going to buy the dip. Let's look at the weekly. Again, they're closing. This candle is actually closing now. Okay, this is a huge candle that is basically engulfing all the way back to to December 2014. Okay, so it's engulfing all of this price action. But then all of this right here is basically about 2 years worth of information. So please keep these things in mind. It is not to say I am right and you are wrong. This is to say that, listen, it has hit a very significant level and should not be ignored and should not be seen. If you're going to take a long position, I would suggest to you to risk the entire position and be comfortable with that. Okay, again, they could rally up a little bit, and this is just short cover and bounce. But this is a very bad day, and a lot of names got really annihilated. You have the NQ falling off again. We wanted them to hold this level, and I said, listen, when we got to this level, let them prove it. Okay, this is just the lesson. It's not to say you're wrong. It's not to say I'm right. It's to say, when you have something that is so sideways, let them prove it to you. And yes, I was wrong on many things. Again, this breakout I felt horrible. Like, damn, they got, they're going to run it up, and then they got here and they stalled out. I said, you know what? I'm just going to wait. And right now, I tell you this, congratulate yourself if you have not blown your account up. Because there are a lot of accounts that have gone from 5 to 6 figures that are probably down 80 to 90% because they just kept buying stuff that was quote unquote cheap. Okay, we saw that this was the last ranked. We've been talking about it for the past couple of weeks. Again, I put it out there. This is all timestamped. This is all stuff that people can review. So this is not, I said you could do this. I said we need to get over a certain level. Okay? And I've been beating the table on saying, like, listen, I'm not saying that they won't pop it up, but I need them to get a couple closes above a certain level before I put my hard-earned cash to the table. I took off this Apple short way too early. I wish I would have held on to them. The puts that I had were weeklies. They went from 82 cents to $8 in 2 days. So that paid well. I thought it paid well until I looked and said, damn, I should have been up like, almost 20 grand, but whatever. Either way, the Apple is looking beat. Let's look at the weekly time frame to really keep things into perspective. They are coming to this low. Okay, this 2004 low is something that, not 2004, this 104 level is something that needs to be really reviewed if you're looking at a higher time frame. A lot of people are not looking at the higher time frame, but again, they're coming. They broke one low right here. Now, are they going to break the second one? Okay, and even if they give you some juice back, remember, this is a weekly. This weekly candle is open and it's finally closed today. So if they give you a bounce up to maybe about this area, I would still be looking to go short. You know, they could get up to 120 and still look bearish because it's going to be a lower high. So if they pierce this level, then we see that, okay, now we have some things which, again, you know, I think that you got to just be really cautious going for a long. So let me speed this up a little bit. Sorry for talking so long. Price line actually recovered a little bit going into the open. I'm expecting a bounce Monday, Tuesday, and possibly even Wednesday because of so much short covering. So if you see the Dow up 200-300 points, don't be excited like, oh, it was the time to buy. I could be wrong. I was wrong in October 2014 when it ripped down and then ripped back up. That was something you never saw stuff like that before. And I'm going to tell you if I'm wrong or not. Netflix fell down again. It needs to fell down. Needs to hold this level. This is the pivot, and if it breaks below here, that's really something to be cautious of. So are they going to hold it? How much volume are they going to give it? Because they could just do this on you real easy and continue to the downside, because a lot of these big names are broken. Okay, you have Twitter. Again, this is, do I need to say more? That's a monthly chart. Okay, no need to buy that. You had crude continue to the downside, even though it quietly did that because everybody was kind of focusing on what was going on with the equities. But again, you have the weekly chart that you see it's continuing to go down, and I think it still has more to go. I think it still has till 37 and 40 and 37 and 33 potentially. So 37 is around here, 33 is around here. Do you see anything that's going to catch it? I don't see anything. So again, and this is for the V contract. So again, just be aware of these things and go from there. A lot of the down names that were beat up, Goldman Sachs really got worked over today, and this lower high flag did collapse to the downside. Boeing got beat up. Tesla got beat up as well, going into closing near the lows. Again, we talked about this area, and it's the lower high, and they broke and continue. I wish I'd have took some. And again, just be cautious. Again, well, like I said before, if you're looking at the DIA, wow, you can see that it's really been closing. And again, expect something, but don't buy into it unless you're looking to scalp the retracement, please. I just don't want somebody to get caught up in this crap because, again, they have a long way to go, and I wasn't expecting them to get all of this price action. They have a long way to go, and this is a huge move down, and you can see 1, 2, even a 3-bar pullback, and you can see more ripping to the downside. So we'll take it from there. We'll see how these things go. And again, if you missed it, that's fine. If you were cash, the cash is a position. And if you missed a lot of this short, don't kick yourself to say, listen, I could have made so much money today. You could have lost a lot of money today because there's a lot of people that were long and wrong and just kept saying that again, I know this is going a little longer, but let me end with this. 2014 was very forgiving. Okay, 2014 was very forgiving. So let's kind of just look at kind of when that year started. Okay, so it's right here, and it goes all the way. 2014 goes right to here. Very forgiving, just grinding up, never corrected past the second one, second low, and came up, and then this is all this year. So just remember that this is all this year. I think, again, I didn't even put it to the 31st. So this is all this year. Every dip was bought. Totally different market. You look at the past, and again, a lot of people, you don't trade with ego because your ego will get you in trouble. Again, if you're wrong, just say you're wrong and have your risk to say I can manage that if I am wrong. Don't trade too big. Don't average in. That's the worst thing that you could do right now if you have a losing position. Say, I'm going to push it all in. It does not work that way. So again, let's see what happens on Monday. I'm expecting some type of dead cat bounce over the next couple days and see how much more downside they got going. So take care. And if you didn't have a good week, analyze what's going on. If you had a good week, congratulations. If you sat on your hands, congratulations. Okay, there's nothing to be nothing wrong with that here at all. So take care, and see you on Monday. Thanks to those who are following. I really appreciate you guys watching these videos, the few that do, because hopefully you guys are listening to some of the stuff that I said and were able to really miss out on some of the carnage in your accounts. So take care.